We've already seen how automations can bring your assets to life in your DAM, and the possibilities of what you can do here really are endless. But what we've seen with customers is that most people don't actually start with the complex workflows. They start with the more simpler tasks that quietly drain most of their time. The most popular use cases that we have seen are setting custom metadata, updating workflow statuses, and adding tags to assets. Today, we'll show you 2 examples of Frontify customers that have started with the basics and have quickly seen the big impact that automations can have.
A lot of our customers are using Frontify automations to handle repetitive tasks in their DAM, like applying metadata or setting workflow statuses automatically. It's changing how brand teams operate on the day-to-day. One of my favorite examples of this in action is with my client, Wintrust Bank, a financial institution that supports 16 chartered banks and more than 200 local branches. Their marketing team is responsible for creating and distributing materials for every single branch, all branded and localized. You can imagine how complex that gets. With Frontify automations, that entire process has been streamlined. When they upload new materials to their Frontify libraries, that triggers automations to instantly tag and organize assets based on their file names, then assign them to the right charters collection. No manual sorting needed. What used to take hours now happens in moments. They also built an automation for compliance. So around 75% of their materials have start and expiration dates. Now, when the assets are uploaded, they automatically enter a draft workflow status, then a controlled user reviews them, sets a go live date and the expiration dates, and once those assets are approved, the automation takes over. It publishes the assets live, updates workflow statuses, tags everything accordingly, and then expires the assets automatically when the expiration date hits. This gives the team complete visibility and ensures expired materials never make it to market, all while maintaining analytics and records for reporting and audit trails. It's a perfect example of automations not just saving time, but actively reducing risk. For me, this is what's so exciting about the future of brand management. Automation as a real enabler of trust and creativity. When the heavy lifting happens behind the scenes, teams can focus more on strategy, storytelling, and the end user experience. And as we keep building out what's possible with Frontify and AI, I can't wait to see how our clients keep innovating from here.
From working with pets at home and from my knowledge of working in brand governance and originating brands, the touch points for brands are becoming more fragmented than ever. So with 12,000 assets, writing the descriptions, I can't even think, so maybe it would take a minute to write each description. That's still 12,000 minutes, whatever that equates to. It's a long time. The speed is the main thing that it changes. So some of the files would be over 100 megs. So you'd have hundreds of TIFFs for prints that get blown up to billboard size. So they need to be really high res. And uploading that takes a while. It meant that we could write automations during the day, upload all the files overnight, and then by the following day, they would be all there and accurately attributed to all the different meta tags. One automation which made it really was imperative that it happened, otherwise it would have been days and days of labor costs, was the descriptions. And to do that, it was really simple just to add an automation that's triggered on asset creation. So when an asset is created, which is uploaded, it would then trigger a series of events. And it's a really simple system because I'm not a programmer. On uploads, get OpenAI to look at the image, write a prompt. And the prompt was provide an adequate, really good description of the image. And then that would get attributed to that asset ID. Write that asset ID out in the description panel, and then that would then populate the description field. One of the biggest challenges with the assets working with pets at home was there's so many and they're quite diverse. So when people are trying to find these assets for social media or for prints, all those attributes need to be listed so they can find them. Looking forwards, it's just trying to make sure that a brand is accessible. So accessible as in everyone can get the media and get the assets really quickly so that all your staff are brand advocates and therefore can make a difference.